You ever been out, like in a pub? I'm sure you have. Out with your kids. When your kids are, I don't know, they're small, but they're not like super small. Even if they are super small, like medium kids, 7, 8, 9, and like say you're at a mall in an eatery where people are kind of close to each other and whatever, or you're on a subway train or whatever on a bus. Well, maybe a bus is too small. Maybe it's like, oh, don't get near me. But like a stranger, an adult, will breach your child's boundaries, personal boundaries, and like just try to start picking at them, trying to touch them. I've seen people walk up and just like lean down into strollers and pull baby down. Let me look at your baby. And they're like, whoa, or even touch a pregnant woman's belly. I just don't even know her. Like, oh, let me see that. And you're like, whoa, when did that become public property? But it feels, we've been taught to, like my Lunch Fun Guru said this morning, we've been taught, like, we don't want to embarrass anybody. We don't want to embarrass anybody. That's inappropriate. So we let these people do whatever the fuck they want to us. These frickin' dogs are, they're going to fight because I'm making bacon on the porch because I don't want the smell in my house, you know, in this toaster oven. So they're standing there like they're fighting each other over it. Like, they need to stop. At any rate, oh, god dang, they really are fighting. Holy shit balls and heaven above. Hey, whoa, I got to put a stop to this. Ladies, come on. In the house. Now. In. Fine, you stay out and you stay in. There you go. That's solved. So a person touches your kid and everybody, oh, come here. What do you say? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, but you're at a party. You don't want to ruin the party. Or you don't want to right? Because we've been taught not to start a scene. Women are to be, you know, demure and quiet. Hey, how come we can't say, excuse me, and pull our child away? Why not? Or if it's like a neighbor of like a community, like an apartment complex or something on the playground, like, because it's embarrassing, because we'll see them again, and then we're like, oh my god, why do we feel this way? It's fucked up. We're more worried about how they feel than our kid being freaking infringed upon. We need to fucking stop it. So I thought about different ways to address this. I thought we could just say, when it's happening, hey, kiddo, whatever our kid's name is, how's that make you feel? How you feeling right now? And he might be like, I don't need to. And then you could look at the person and nod and say, I'm just want my child to learn his personal boundaries, that he has them and is able to. So thank you for participating in our little lesson here or whatever. So it's not like, you know, you're grinding this person into the ground or anything. You're like taking the focus off of what you think of them and saying, hey, child of mine, how's that feel? And if he's like, be like, would you rather they not do that? And the kid would go, yeah, I'd rather not. And be like, Then say, excuse me. Like that. Like, use it as a learning lesson in the moment where the person is unaware that they're going to participate in this. They just did. And you could say, okay, excuse me, could you please not do that? And then scurry along. So then you could say, man, and then the kid could run off and you could say to the person, man, I'm glad you did that because I'm trying to teach my child that sometimes really creepy adults come by and I know you didn't mean any harm, but I was appreciate that. I'm glad it happened because I was able to use this. And, you know, I mean, could it go that smoothly? I don't know. Or we could just be like, excuse me, could you just, or you could, you know, my friend suggested, well, I've often, you know, I've said at times, hey, he doesn't like that. And that's cool when they're really small. But as they start to grow up, how do we hand them their own voice? That's what I'm saying. We got to role play or take these opportunities in public when they happen and be like, let the person, because the way I just described it, it's like, that wasn't like, hey, man, get your fucking mitts off my kid, bitch, or anything. It's not like that. Or like, hey, what are you doing? Or like causing a scene, but saying, hey, Johnny, how do you feel about that? Her tickling you like that. And he'd be like, I don't like it. And be like, okay, well, how should you address that? Be like, excuse me, could you not? Thank you. And then you give them a way to think, oh, I can say this and I can do this, and they can integrate it and feel legit. And they don't have to be, and all this stuff, because they don't know how to react, but they want to say, fuck you, but they don't. Instead of saying, okay, you didn't like it, be like, just hold your hand up and say, pardon me, and take a step back, excuse me. We could teach our kids. I wish I had done this. We got to think of ways to equip our children to where they don't become these adults that are like, oh my God, we're standing in line because these people are standing in line. We're standing up because those people are standing up. I've seen this experiment where these people were sitting in an office in a certain time, or like they'd all stand up when a certain noise happened or something. And then after a while, people that didn't know, they stood up with them. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. I wouldn't do it. There's some things I might do, but I don't know. I wouldn't do that because I was just like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know. Anyway, let's stop being groomed and let's stop grooming our children to become victims. Peace out, YouTube.